Hey everybody, Saturday, April 14th, Scott Spreitzer here from DocSports.com, and we're talking NBA and Major League Baseball in this particular report. We're going to have a free NBA play coming up in just a moment. First, I want to talk a little bit about the series on Sunday between the Jazz and Oklahoma City, because I do believe that is the best chance that we're going to have of the 8 series for an upset to happen. It would be a small upset at this point, as the Utah Jazz are about $1.10, $1.15 series underdog. And I want to tell you a little bit about these two teams and what to look for throughout the course of Game 1 and in the series. And by the way, this game will feature my free play coming up at the end of the report. But let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma City, what they have to do when they have the basketball, what the Utah Jazz have to do to defend. And one of the things they've got that nobody else has in this league is Rudy Gobert. Absolute workhorse on the defensive end. And you'll probably see a lot of Gobert against Westbrook in the early going in this particular series and in Game 1 at the very least. One of the things that's been noted by NBA Advanced Stat, and I believe 538 did a real nice job putting this all together also, when they were talking about the fact that when Russell Westbrook goes up against the Utah Jazz, even when Rudy Gobert isn't playing, you'll see a big decrease on where he shoots the ball. You'll see a big decrease on the fact that he doesn't go into the restricted area that much to shoot his shots, and especially when he's being defended by Rudy Gobert. Gobert, of course, ready to go for this one, and we expect him to be able to keep Russell Westbrook out of the restricted area, at least in the early going through the first half of Game 1. Obviously, they're going to try to make adjustments. They'll try to get, Oklahoma City will try to get Ricky Rubio to be matched up against Russell Westbrook as much as possible if Westbrook is not able to solve Gobert's houndy defense. So that's one of the things you're going to look for. You look for different matchup advantages to where Westbrook can play off of Ricky Rubio as the defender to be able to drive the ball inside. If not, be able to take an open shot and kick it out to an open man. That's what they have to do. But at the same time, if you are the Utah Jazz, you better be good on the defensive glass. Now, I'm going to talk about which team has the advantage coming up at the end of this report with the free play in the series between the Jazz and the Thunder. But first, I want to talk about Major League Baseball. At the time of this report, and by the way, we do these late the night before the games. We like to get out and get ahead of the lines. Our premium play for Friday had not yet gone final. So going into Friday, though, 4-0 plus $1,600 with 4 unit plays this week. Right here at DocSports.com. We cashed on Thursday night. That was with San Francisco. Easy 7-0 winner. Of course, Friday's game still going on, and we'll update that on on Sunday's report. But as far as Major League Baseball is concerned, I want to tell you what's going on. 4-0 this week, and on Saturday, I've got my first 7-unit main event since I've been at DocSports.com. Now, if you don't know much about me, I've been around for a long time, and for over 20 years, my top plays, unit-wise, are my main events. They're 7-unit plays at DocSports.com, and we are on a 33-16 winning run with the last 49 baseball main events. We don't have a ton of them. In fact, this will be our first main event of this baseball season, but as you can tell by this week, our data is starting to come together through the first couple of weeks of baseball, and we're raring to go with the big 7-unit main event on Saturday's Diamond Card. All right, let's get to our free play, and that is, of course, the series, as mentioned, between the Jazz and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Talked about the matchups that one team or the other is going to have to make work, potentially exploit different matchup changes. Here's the thing. When you look at what Utah's got to do, they're second best in the NBA when it comes to defensive efficiency. It's like 101.6. Much better than what Oklahoma City does on the defensive end. Oklahoma City, not horrible, but certainly not at Utah's level when it comes to defensive efficiency. Offensive efficiency, you're going to think right away, oh, Oklahoma City's got to be much better than the Utah Jazz. Not necessarily the case. Yes, Oklahoma City is at the top of the charts for the most part with offensive efficiency, but they're only like 1 efficiency point ahead of Utah on the offensive end. So basically what you got is a much better defensive team, efficiency purposes. Slightly less on the offensive end are the Utah Jazz. Utah, though, how about this? They are better in efficient field goal percentage. They actually are better in that key category than are the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're also better when you break it down to true shooting percentage. Utah is the better team on the offensive end in true shooting percentage than Oklahoma City and in efficient field goal percentage. The one spot where Oklahoma City might be able to make their noise in this one and create havoc and wear down Utah, the offensive glass. Oklahoma City is as good as it gets on the offensive glass. They rank #1. However, Utah, #4 in the league in defensive rebounding rate. I do believe that in those two things, offensive rebounding rate, give that nod obviously to Oklahoma City, but Utah's defense rebounding rate is almost as good as the Thunder's offensive rebounding rate. Hope I haven't lost you. I do believe that the Utah Jazz are a good enough club without home court advantage to be able to win this series. That doesn't mean that we're not going to play Oklahoma City at some point and, games 1, 2, 3, 4, and if necessary, so on. But the bottom line is, in this series, we do like the small underdog here. The Utah Jazz, who are free play, series play. That series begins on Sunday. And a quick note, we do have 2 4-unit plays at least going this weekend. 2 have been posted right now at DocSports.com on my homepage. 2 4-unit plays. We are 63% against the spread with our executive 4-unit plays going all the way back to mid-December. You'll want to grab both, and we may have more as the weekend progresses, so be sure to check back throughout the weekend right here at DocSports.com. Again, your free play, the Utah Jazz in the series, big 7-unit main event, first one of the season going today on Saturday only at DocSports.com. Hey, best of luck this entire weekend. We'll be back Sunday morning. You know what to do. Put Saturday in the win column. We'll talk to you on Sunday.